I'm Jasmine Rideau, and joining me today is Interim President Dr. Henry Ponder. Dr. Ponder, what are your views as your presidency comes to a close?
Oh, I look forward to the next 5 months of trying to keep things going the way we had them going, and having communication with our incoming president, President Smith, and finding out the kinds of things that he would like for us to be doing to get ready for his arrival, and just making sure that when he comes, everything is ready for him to hit the ground running.
Okay. And what are your views on the new elected president?
Well, I think that we have a young man that's talented, that's had some experience. He's done an awful lot of work with students, so the students ought to find him very enjoyable and pleasant to work with. I think that he is young enough to identify with students, and he is old enough to know what the university ought to be doing. So he's not too old nor too young. He's just right in there, and I think it was just a good choice that the board made. And the thing that impressed me perhaps the most about him was that he's a Twitter. I mean, he communicates with students the way they communicate with each other. So that ought to make it very nice for us, because in this age when we're trying to recruit students, you have to Twitter them. That's the way they're making their decisions. And this is a young man who has done that repeatedly, and I think that he is going to get right in and get things going. And he and his family seem like they ought to be just a good match for Langston University.
I definitely agree. And I think the number one question that myself and other students would like to know is, why weren't you a candidate to withhold your spot as president for Langston?
Well, let me back up and say that I came here as the Lyndon Johnson Hemet Endowed Chair, and I enjoyed that work. I was working with alumni and just really enjoying being back at Langston, and I enjoyed that very much. And when this is all over, I'm going back to that job. So I was happy with it, and I'll be happy with it again. I never came here with the thought that I might be the interim president. So that was not a thought, and when I was asked to do it, I thought it was a great honor. And obviously, having been president for a while, I had some ideas of some things that need to be changed around here immediately, and we attempted to do those. And when I started mingling with the faculty and staff, and with the students, remember I came in with an open door policy, which was something that was new here. And students enjoyed that, and faculty members enjoyed being able to come in and talk with me about what they wanted to talk with me about. And they just kind of got caught up in that, and the faculty said, "We want you for our president." Students said, "We want you for our president." And I told them repeatedly, I will not be a candidate for this job. That's not why I came here. But they kept insisting. And eventually I just said, well, if I don't become a candidate, then I'm letting an awful lot of people down. So I became a candidate. And let me make sure that we understand this. Yes, I would love to have been president of Langston University. I'm not denying that. It's a great honor for that. But keep in mind that the faculty and students wanted me, and I felt that if I didn't become a candidate, I'd be letting them down. So I became a candidate, and faculty and students and others wanted me to be that, and I did the best that I could. Now keep in mind that I'm older than the crowd that came in here. That's number one. Not that that should have made any difference, and I don't believe that it did, but that is a fact. And I went through the process, and I interviewed, and the search committee, in its wisdom, did not think that I would have been the best president for Langston University. I honor that because I respect the integrity of that group. When they said that I was not one of the final candidates, I just accepted that and said, that's the way it is. I gave it my best shot, didn't make it, so now I'm going on about my business of doing the best thing it is. So, yes, I would like to have been president, but I'm looking forward for working with this young man that we have coming in here.
Okay. Now, as far as you wanting to implement different ideas and changes on Langston University's campus, are you planning to go ahead and implement some ideas that you have with the remaining 5 months of your term?
Well, let me make it clear that I will be interim president until July 1. Today, the board asked me if I would stay on, and I said yes, I would. So they've asked me to stay on. So I am the president from now until then. Now that I've said that, I want to make that very clear. I don't know any way to be president but to be president. And as president, I am going to attempt to do all the things that I think should be done with the input from the faculty, the staff, and the students. I'm not just going to do things, I'm going to get consensus and do them. And if we decide that's what should be done, then I'm going ahead and do it. I certainly will inform President Smith that these are things that we're doing. If he has any objections to them, then I will fall in line with that. But I'm going to try to have this institution ready for him when he comes. And some of the things that I intend to do, it will keep him from having to do them, because some things need to be done. And if I don't do them, the incoming president is going to have to do them. And then those kinds of things sometimes get an incoming president into some kind of difficulty. And if I do it before he gets here, I'm out of it, so I can't be in any difficulty. I'll just simply think this is what should be done, talk about it, get it done. So the answer to your question, short answer is, yes, I'm going to continue to do things. And let me say this. Remember, I had a meeting with the students early on, and I asked the students to give me a list of things that they think would make this a better campus. I expect the students to give me that list, and I expect to do something about it when they do it. Let me say I also made the same statement to the faculty and staff. Give me the things that will make this campus better from your perspective. I intend to find the money necessary to do those things, if money is what it takes. If changing policies is what needs to be done, then I intend to change policies to do it. So yes, I intend to be president until I'm no longer president. Okay. And then I am going to easily go back to my old job.
Okay. And with the new president, how do you feel that students can help him become a better president, or how could we make him the president that we need him to be, as far as trying to put forth our ideas to him? How would you say we could help him along with his presidency?
I think the best way to do that is for students to continue to come in to see President Smith when he gets here. I think that the relationship that we had with students the last few months has been a good one. Students didn't always get what they came for, but they always had the right to come in and ask for it. They got some of the things, they didn't get some. But that's, whether you get what you ask for or don't get it is not the important thing. The important thing is that you feel comfortable coming in to see the president and talking about that. I would hope that the students would continue to do that. And if the incoming president would listen to me in any way, if I had one thing that I would say to him, please do, above all other things, that is, listen to what the students have to say and find a way for the students to talk to you rather than talking to your administrators.
Thank you, Dr. Ponder, for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
It's been a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you. This has been another segment of LU Live with Jasmine Rideau.